Good morning. We are in Mexico. We are in Chetumal International Airport. And so we are in, let's see, we're pretty close to Central America. We are on the eastern shore of Mexico, and we're not too far from Cancun. So we're going to do a flight today with using Total Mexico 3.0. And 3.0 adds the water features that explain 12.1.0-rc-2 brings to the table. So the shoreline should look pretty nice, and I've done the flight plan to kind of follow the shorelines, and so that's what the plan is for today. This is the first time I've either first or second time I've streamed since I got back from Flight Sim Expo. Took us an extra day to get back because we were probably 3 hours late getting out of Las Vegas because of an overloaded plane, and trying to wait until the FAA would let us take off on the longest runway. That never happened, so we had to deplane and plane again, very same airplane, but with with 13 less people on it, so we could take off on the normal runway. So it was eventful. It meant that I missed my connection in Charlotte, and we had to spend a night in Charlotte. So but we're back home. I got a little bit sick when I got back home, and shortly thereafter, my girlfriend got way sicker than I did, and so she ended up going to the hospital for about 4 or 5 days, and now she's back home on the mend and doing much better than she was before. So let me, I'm running the Reality Expansion Pack airplane, so let me check. I gotta get some fuel in this thing, so Reality, let's go to weight and balance. Yeah, I'll put like 17 in here. That should be good, I think. Okay, I'm gonna click on apply. Say that's good. That should be okay, I think. So I'll actually let me go check. I put 17 in it. Let me look at weight and balance here. What does it say? Yeah, 4 hours. That's fine. Resume the flight. So let me do one more rep thing. We'll do the maintenance report. Make sure nothing's broken here. Okay. Looks okay, okay. So, I think I'm all okay. So we'll get the plane started. So I'll turn the beacon on, turn these on, get the screen to fire up here, turn the fuel pump on, give me some fuel, and go full rich. Got some fuel flowing, that's cool. Put that off. Go ahead. There we go. A little bit more. There we go. Turn the avionics on. Let it fire up. We'll let the plane warm up a little bit here. Where are we at? Yeah, oil temperature's a little low, so let me get the flight plan in. Turn a little knob. Highlights cursor, MMCM-MMTL-MMCZ. Hit enter. Alrighty. So we got a flight plan in. Cool. So let's turn the taxi lights on. Gonna take a look at everything here, make sure lamps are up, trim set. Yeah, not too bad. Can pull power back a little bit. So let's so that's the tower. So we'll flip it here. Say weather.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf weather at Mike Charlie Mike is broken. Visibility is 7 miles, winds are 101 at 5 knots, cloud coverage is 2000 scattered. 8000 broken. Current QNH is 1018. Temperature 30°.26.
Okay, so that's about, let me look here. Yeah, right about there, 39, okay. So here, that's where we're at. It's active runway.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf arriving and departing runway 10.
Okay, so we got to go on 10. So we there's no taxiway up here, so we're gonna have to back taxi. So we need to figure out. I think we got to go up that way so that we can get on the runway. Yep, I think that's what we got to do. So one thing, I'll do this at the beginning of the stream. So I wanted to show a couple of things. Okay, so let me go over here, and so I have a user on explain.org that's having trouble getting his valve index controllers to work. So I wanted to kind of go over a couple of things. So this is my left controller, so you can see the trigger's working. So when I pull my trigger, not only does this go on, but 4 lights up. So if I'm on the bottom button, the button closest to my thumb, if I push it down, that's 5. And now if I go to the button furthest up, that's button 1. If I squeeze on the grip, that's button 2. And button 3 is the thumb, the joystick button. So that's that. Okay, so and I'm using profiles, so I have a yoke profile. So if you look in the normal joysticks, you won't see that, but there's a folder that's called profiles or something like that. And that's where that information is stored at. So we'll get out of here, resume the flight, and then I'm going to click on the little recess button on my index controller, and that's going to take us to this SteamVR menu. And if I click on controller bindings, then it's going to take me here. So these are bindings for X-Plane. So if I click on edit this binding, that's going to take me here. Now you can see I'm using kind of a custom binding. So editing X-Plane bindings from OpenXR for Knuckles by me, Sparker and BR, local changes. So I'm using kind of a custom one, but when I look at it, it looks kind of similar to the one from X-Plane. So if you look here, you see it says official bindings. So these are from X-Plane. So bindings from OpenXR for Knuckles and official bindings. So that means they came from X-Plane. So if I click on view, this is all going to look, to the best of my knowledge, this is the same as what I'm using. So I evidently use this as the as a baseline, and just saved it as my own. So if I go back here, Yeah, and the current binding is this one right here. So, and you can see I've used it a little bit. So I'm 11,000 hours on it. So, but I just wanted to kind of go over that. So there's no reason that you have to use any custom. You can use the official bindings will work just fine. So, let me get back. Now playing, return. Oops, one more. Video settings. So, my video settings. So these are settings for X-Plane. So, I'm using a custom resolution, so 70%. So my headset native is 2560 by 2560, something like that. So I'm super sampling it a little bit, and let's see if there's anything of interest. So override world scale, that is off. Legacy projection, that is off. I'm doing fixed throttling, so I'm locking at 45. Probably could use that lower, but I'm fine where it is, and trying to reach 11. So I think that's it. So click on close and turn the game. We're back in the game. So I just kind of wanted to go over that to begin with while I'm waiting for the plane to warm up. And certainly looks like we got some the planes warmed up. So Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, say active runway.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf arriving and departing runway 10.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, ready to taxi.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf taxi to runway 10 via taxiways Alpha. Hold short runway 28.
Taxi to runway 10 via taxiways Alpha. Hold short runway 28 Cessna 6 Bravo Golf.
Okie dokie. So let's release the parking brake. Give me a little bit of power here. See if this kind of points me in the right direction. I think it does. So I'm running real weather, and so can't go there. And that kind of says no, you can't go there. That may be it. That's a helipad. We're not a helicopter. So I'll go up here a little bit more, and there should be a way where I can get to the runway here. So I got the heading bug dialed into 10, and so I would say that's Alpha, and so we get up here a little bit, and here.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf advise when ready for departure.
So
Wilco Cessna 6 Bravo
2,
Golf.
8, and 10. So that means it 10's that way. So that's the way I gotta go. Just kind of doing double checks of everything here. I'm looking about right about where I want it. Whoops, that's way too much power. Yep, that looks good. 10's down in the bottom here, so we're so there's no taxiway down this way, so we just have to back taxi. So we'll get down to the end and spin around and get permission to take off. So whoops. Really? Is it that low? Oh, I guess it was. Okay. All right. Sorry. If when I pull back the engine to like idle, sometimes I pull it back too far, and then the rep complains. I'm trying to I'm trying to get it to around 1,000. 940, 950 is probably be okay. So that way it doesn't get too quick while it's taxiing here, but at least it's high enough that I won't foul the plugs. So, alrighty. Once again, we're in Mexico, using scenery package Total Mexico. We're also using X World America and Global Forest version 2. I think on X World I gotta disable something, but because I heard it'll improve performance, but don't think I've done that yet. So, but the performance seems okay anyhow. So maybe it's not as big a deal as I think it is. It's kind of interesting. That's a 2. I think, maybe. There's a piano key, so maybe. But basically got an X there. I guess that means I'm not allowed to land here, so, okay. I think this runway is 6,000 feet, so. What's the temperature today? Oh, it's 30 C, so a little bit warm. So, but we're at sea level, so it won't be too hard to make enough power. And when you're at that we'll go over here. When you're at that temperature and you're like say 4,000, 5,000 in elevation, you can have a hard time making power to actually take off. So, but in this case, we're fine. So we'll stop right here. Put parking brake on. Turn taxi off. Now strobes landing. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf ready for departure.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf winds are 101 at 5 knots. QNH is 1019 are cleared for takeoff. Runway 10.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 10 Cessna 6 Bravo Golf.
Okay. The pilot to ATC seems a little soft to me, but the only way I know is I'll listen to the mod and go, what does it sound like? So I try to keep the sounds kind of low in the sim, and so just look here, check. Okay, I think we're good. If the sounds are too if I have them too loud, then I tend to try to overcome it with my voice, and I start yelling. So my girlfriend then yells at me for yelling at the computer. So, alrighty, let's go fly. I'm try to keep down the runway center line here while we're climbing out. So we got, I think it said broken overcast, so. Alrighty, so let me turn the autopilot on, turn flight director on, and turn nav on. Well, let's see how this goes. So my flight plan should take me down along the coastline, so and I'm going to climb up to around I'll have to see. Elevation here is I probably want to be at maybe 1,500. I don't want to be too high. It looks like we got a bit of haze here, so I'll probably go 2,000. We got to go out across the water here. So there's like a bay right here, so the Central America border goes that way, goes up the coastline, and then it comes back. So where the land is over on the other side here, that's that's basically the border wraps around this kind of bay here and back to here. So basically, when I go out into the water here, I'm going to be in Central America. But we're just going across this stretch of water, and then we'll be back in Mexico. So, but you can see, like, from right here, kind of what the coastlines look like now, and actually that looks pretty nice. So you can see where how the and actually where am I at? Yeah, better let
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, have a good morning. Frequency change approved.
But you can absolutely see like how the coastlines look now with the water, where the turbidity, you can see it where it's shallower, you know, where it's closer to the shore, and then as it gets deeper, as it gets further out, and you can see how the watercolor changes. So, alrighty, so we're coming up on 2000, and I'll put the heading hold on here, or altitude hold. Alright. So we'll pull back on the power here because we don't need this much. Yeah, so we'll leave it about 2200. So, alrighty. We're doing not too bad. Not too bad. CPU frames are, well, way low, like 6. And GPU is about 20. So that's not bad. That's not bad for we're doing a little bit of super sampling here. So that's pretty cool. And, so there's an airport up on my flight plan here that I was trying to dial this speed. That I was going to go to, but when I looked in X-Plane, it said there wasn't an airport there, and so I went. So when I originally made this flight plan, I made it about a week or two ago, maybe a week and a half ago, and but there wasn't. It said the airport didn't exist, and I'm like, and I looked at my Navigraph charts, and the airport's clearly there. It's got a tower. I mean, I was like kind of surprised. So this morning I looked again, and it wasn't there. And I said, let me look on the scenery gateway and see if there's any activity. Well, it looks like there was. Somebody was working. Somebody had worked on it. I think when I checked it before, somebody worked on it like in 2019 or something like that. So, but it didn't look like they had done very much to it. So I looked again, and I seen that on the scenery gateway, somebody else worked on it, and actually in June, and actually it was approved and recommended. So it's going to be put in X-Plane, but just not. It hasn't been put there yet. So I went ahead and downloaded it so that I could do a touch and go at that airport. So the next airport, it's MMCM-MMCL, I think it'll be. I think if I remember right. I can look at my flight plan. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So, but what I've done is I've made so I made a whole bunch of custom waypoints, so that basically I'm gonna be following the coastline of Mexico. So we got to get across this water first, and then we'll start following the coast. So. All in all, I've been happy with the current version. Seems to work fine for me with my Beyond and in VR. So other people seem to have some struggles, and I'm just not sure That was a little different. It was like a scenery load. That was kind of, I'm not expecting that. Or maybe it was weather reloaded. It could have been that too. But I've been generally pretty happy, so. Yeah, let's look at some things here. Okay. That don't look too bad. Yeah, just kind of looking at my VU levels for X-Plane and seeing what the ambient sound is. So let me say weather.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf weather at Mike Charlie Mike is broken. Visibility is 7 miles, winds are 101 at 5 knots, cloud coverage is 2000 broken.
1, 2, 3,
8000 broken.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Current QNH is 1019er. Temperature 30°.26.
Okay. So that looks okay. So it's always hard to in VR. It's always so hard to test like audio. It's just hard, and so I know like kind of where I have had everything set. I've had them at those levels for some period of time. So and it kind of looks okay to me. So we go across this water. We got a little bit of land to go across, and then we'll be on the other on the. Let me think about this a minute. Be the eastern coast of Mexico. So over, I guess that would be over towards the Caribbean. So that's kind of where we are. So I'm not too sure how long we're gonna take today. I'm thinking 2 hours, maybe 2.5, something like that. So. But I just want to do a leisurely flight, especially since I haven't streamed for a while, and just trying to make sure I've got all the kinks knocked out of it, and also kind of trying to show off what the new water features of the current version of X-Plane, showing them off too. So Flight Sim Expo was a lot of fun. I got to try out a Sodium 1 VR, a Sodium Space VR1 headset, and it's a very interesting headset, very high res, and but after using my Beyond for probably 6 months now, and using the audio strap for probably 2 months, I am certainly finding that I am going to be hard pressed to put a much heavier headset on my face. I'm just growing accustomed to the light weight of this headset, and when I move my head back and forth, there's no inertia at all. I mean, it's kind of the right way to look at it. It's kind of like wearing a pair of swimming goggles. I mean, it's about that light, and the more I use it, the more I find that the resolution is fine. I mean, like when I look, I mean it's I can easily tell that's 122.350, and the other one is 122.100. I didn't lean in, I just looked at it. And so do I need more resolution? Well, if the more resolution you have, the harder it is to drive it. So the more hardware you need. So the frames go down. So it's kind of like, okay, is it necessary? If I have enough resolution already, then a higher resolution headset that weighs more, is certainly more front heavy. There's, certainly for my use case, I do not see, I don't see, and costs way more money. I don't see the advantage. So that's just a personal opinion of somebody who has had the opportunity to use a lot of VR headsets. So the Crystal Light looks entertaining, but it's also like, what's a Crystal Light? It's about 925 grams. This headset here with the audio strap, with my lens inserts, I mean, I put it on a scale here, and it's 350 grams. So the Crystal Light isn't quite 3 times more, but it's more than 2 times more. So it's cheaper, not by a lot actually, than a Beyond. So it's around, we'll say, 800, 900. If I wanted to get one with like a steamed, a base station faceplate, yeah, it'd be up around 900. So my Beyond was $999. The audio strap's $129. The lens inserts were about $80. So it's around 1,200 or so, somewhere it's around there. So the price isn't that different, but and the Crystal Light is it's higher resolution. So I think this is 2560, and the Crystal Light's like 2880 or something like that. So it's higher resolution, but if you can't drive that and you have to turn the resolution down, I'm like, what's the point? So to me, I certainly haven't found anything that's going to replace this in the near future. It's kind of the downsides to this headset. So one is it's custom, so you can't share it. So that's fine because I don't share my headsets anyhow. And and being custom, so what it means is that I basically put the headset on my face and then pull the audio strap down, maybe turn the knob a notch or two, and that's tight enough that I don't get any light leakage, and I am in the sweet spot. I don't have to play around. It's there. I'm in the sweet spot. There is some people are finding that they find glare. I generally don't fly at night, so that may be a nighttime flight thing, but if example, so when I look at this placard here, I don't have to lean in, but I can read this placard here. So if I can read, and that's some small text. So this airplane is certified for the following flight operations as of date, original airworthiness certificate. So that was the bottom line of that placard. So I kind of look at it like this: if there was glare, could I read that? I mean, and I didn't lean in. I just turned my chair and looked up, and made sure, because the clearest part of this headset is in the center of the view. So if I tried to read that through the top of the lens, no, it would not be clear. But if I put it in the center of my vision, and just tip my head up a little bit, then it's clear. So it's kind of like, okay, well, then evidently I'm not seeing the glare other people are seeing. Sweat. I normally will fly for 2 to 3 hours. and I don't find that that I have any issues with it. That it's sweating. I just don't. I don't. That's not an issue for me. Trying to think what else. It was like 5 things, and I haven't got all of them yet. So trying to think what else it was. Yeah, that's the majority of them, I would say. Glare is a big complaint by a lot of people, and it may be in how well the headset fits you. When I first got it, in the center of my vision, it was blurry. And the reason it was is that I had an IPD that was too wide. So the screens and the lenses were too far apart. And because of that, the center of your vision was the edges of the lenses where they kind of come together. And yes, that was a problem. If I looked out the right lens or the left lens, it was clear. So I had to send it back and get a IPD. So my IPD originally was 66. I sent it back and got a 64, and been happy ever since. The other thing that happened was I kind of mentioned to the one of the customer service people that the gasket looked weird. It didn't look right. And so they sent me another gasket. It didn't cost me anything. The IPD changed. No, they sent me a UPS sticker to send it backwards. So I didn't pay anything. And then it come back. Oh, it's gone about a week. And they sent me another gasket, another facial interface. And this one, I'm a lot closer to the lenses. Not close enough my eyelashes touch the lenses, but I'm pretty close to them. And so that may have some influence over glare also. So, but all in all, I'm a very, very happy person. That it was a long wait. Yeah, I ordered it in February of 2023, and I received it in November of 2024. So it was a pretty, or no. I received it in November of 2023. So that's right. So, but that was long. That was a pretty long wait, but it was worth it. So I'm gonna jump out of the airplane. Got everything working here. Everything looks okay. I'm about 5 miles from where I'm. So we'll go taste. I'll do a taste you. Alrighty. So we can kind of look at what we're seeing. I kind of like to do that so I can kind of, is there any stutters or anything like that? So when I'm like out here behind the airplane, and hopefully nobody's getting sick watching this. But what I like to do is look at the scenery. Is the scenery smoothly going by, or does it stop and start? And what I'm seeing is smooth. Very, very, very smooth. So when we kind of look at what the, what Steam VR is seeing here, it's, I actually got a little bit of green in that bar, in the GPU bar, all green in the CPU bar, and so it's green and emblem. So, and I'm using about a little more than half of my VRAM. So, but that's probably a little bit related to the fact that the resolution I'm running, is it'll come around here. There we are. So I'm running 2980, so about 500 per side on the display, higher than native. So that kind of it kind of makes some sense, but the frames are I stay at 38. The headset is set at 75, and so basically it's half. So half of 75 is around 37, 38. So So we can kind of look at the clouds and all that stuff out here. And everything as far as I'm seeing looks pretty nice. So I'm quite happy with what I'm seeing. So when we get up here. And the other thing I look at is, so do I see any shimmering? You know, this area doesn't have a lot of build-up buildings and stuff. Doesn't have a lot, so you don't see towns until we get further up the coastline. So I've taken off from that airport, went across the water, went across this land, and now this is the eastern side of Mexico. So on the Caribbean. So Cancun is up that way, up to our left. That's where Cancun is, and we'll trying to remember. I don't think I'm landing on it. But the same way, like I'm looking at this semi, and that semi is smooth, completely smooth. I mean, it doesn't. It's like you would look at it if you were in a real airplane. Of course, you couldn't do this in a real airplane, but if you had a camera back there, you could. But that is just smooth. So that makes a VR experience just awesome. You know, I mean, and it is why I'm happy is that this is what I get to experience, and I try my best to kind of present that in when I stream. So as you come out here, it's kind of interesting when you look at the shoreline here. You can kind of see it's kind of a little bit up the shoreline here. It's going to be different. So right here, you can actually see where the shore is, and then you can actually see it must be like right there. You can actually see how as it gets deeper, you know, once it gets deep enough, then it's all the same. But like right there, you know, right there. So you're seeing the water, the shimmer of the water from the sun, wherever it is, it's right there above me. But you're actually seeing right through the water on the what's underneath the water. That's what you're seeing, and this is pretty cool. I mean, I like what I'm seeing here very much, so. And so as you see up there, now when you get a little bit further up, then you don't see as much as this. It's more, it's more like the water is you don't see the difference in colors as it goes further into the water. So, but not bad. I'm pretty happy here. Like I said, we're kind of I'm out of the cockpit, so I can't get my map out. But the same way, I mean, I'm looking at the cars down there on the road. And I'm at 2,000 feet. So I'm looking at the cars down the road, and there's a shimmer in that one, but I'm not sure if it's a police car. Sometimes the police cars have flashing lights, so when you look at it, like that one's not, so it may be a police car. So we're a little too high up to actually tell. Not bad. Not bad. So when we get to our next airport, our middle airport, I'm going to do a touch and go again. So hopefully it has a tower, so I should be able to contact power and get permission to do a touch and go and all that good stuff. So I have a little trouble with them and jump back in the cockpit. I have a little bit of trouble when I do a touch and go to kind of get pilots to ATC to kind of say, okay, I'm done with this airport, and it wants me to keep contacting the tower of the previous airport. I'm not sure why that's true, but it seems to be. So every once in a while I have to like disconnect from pilot to ATC and reconnect. before it finally goes. Oh, okay. Well, I'll look. I'll talk to another airport. So. Okay. You can see there's a few buildings down there, not very many out through here. So let me bring up the map. What does the map say? It says there's not much here. Yeah, no. We'll go one more. So you can see like where so we took off from here, and we went across this water, and we went across this land, and now we're going up the shoreline of Mexico. But you can see that I'm gonna. So you can see there's stuff there at this town. But when you come over here, there's going to be a little bit of stuff coming up here. But right along here, there's hardly anything. Kind of amazing how that is, but it is what it is. So, but it does. We'll get outside. But it does get you, so you get a pretty good view of what the shorelines look now, and how different that is right now compared to what it was back there, where the deeper water goes pretty close to the shoreline now. So in certain places it doesn't, like right there where that reddish stuff is alongside, it doesn't, but most of it does. So. And not, I mean, I've never been to this part of the world, so you don't know what it's really like. So that's you're just kind of assuming it's pretty realistic, but you don't know for sure. I mean, so there's a little town there. I think I'm gonna jump in the cockpit. That's one optical illusion there. It almost, you almost think like I'm like 5 feet. Yeah, it's an optical illusion. It almost looks like I'm about 10 feet above the water. I'm not, but almost. I need to really check, but I'm not. No, 2,000 feet. That's kind of interesting at the from the chase view. It looked that way. So if I get my rudder pedals on here, okay. So I'm going to go over by this town. Let me look. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna take it off autopilot. I don't want to go over to the town. So me. All right. So I'll go over to by this town here and get a little bit lower. You can see as we get closer here, you can see buildings along the shores here. So it's quite a bit. That's what's a lot more populated right in through here. You can see boats and stuff on the dock there. Go up here. You can see the houses and stuff here. Oh. And over here. And then there's a couple of piers here. But if I remember right, there's boats on, but we'll see. Let's see if I remember right. But it all looks really good to me. I don't want to get too low here. I'm about 600 feet. Myself just a little bit more power. Yeah, I mean this is nicely done. So you can see just a little bit of shimmer off them boats. Not a lot, just a little bit. So you got all these boats that are along the pier here. And that looks really nice. A little more power, Bill. Yeah. That looks nice. I'm so happy with what I'm seeing here. A couple of them are sailboats. You can see the mast on them. Yeah, you can see the mast on them. They're sailboats. Okay. I'm just about on course, so AP nav. I'll give it a little more power. go look at some. Looked like that was an airport, but it's certainly not in the sim. There's like a building on the end of it. Kind of hard to tell. It does look like it. I don't see any axes. That's interesting. Sure looks like an airport, but it's not in the sim. You can actually see the lines on the down the runway. You can see the lines, so I'm trying to. It does look like on the chart. It does look like it does seem. It does kind of show up on the chart, and it does show here, but there's no mark, no. Yeah, there's a 2.8 there. That's interesting. Okay, well, let's get back on course. I just happened to see that out of the corner of my eye. I was like, what's that? Well, that's an airport. So can I zoom this up? Almost MHL or something like that. So, oh well. Yeah, I mean, it sure looks like a runway, but there's no other indication that that actually is a runway. Or, let me rephrase that. It is a runway, but it's not like an active airport. Maybe it was at one time, but not now. And I don't have Navigraph charts in the cockpit. Probably need to. That was a little weird. It's been a level of detail thing that what isn't when I move my head. So, but if I had Navigraph charts, I could probably look and see if it's a real airport or not. Yeah, like when you look at it here, all of it kind of looks a little weird, you know, especially like you can see like how straight those lines are. That is probably not in real life, but you know, but when you come over here, then you don't see that, you know, you see kind of what you would expect is this is too deep to see through, but that over there is not, where you can actually see what's underneath the water. And that's kind of what all this, what the changes were made for 12.1.0-rc-2. That's kind of what they were trying to do. It sounds like maybe there's some more coming, you know, but this is starting to look pretty nice. I'm quite happy with what I'm seeing. And also happy with how like smooth it is. I mean, it is nice. So even like on here, yeah, I think I can get out and show. All right. So if you look over there, you can see where you can see the bottom, you know, where it's kind of got like mossy stuff underneath it. But you can actually see that, you know, I mean, so, and it looks like how a shoreline of like a small lake like this would look like. So where this is different, the land underneath the water going up towards the shore is different than over there. It's a different, you know, this may be like coral or something like that, which would give it that color. So, where like a lake that you are stagnant, you'll get more of the green mossy stuff, you know. So it'll just from this elevation looking down, I think we're 1,000 feet, it'll look different. So. But as you look back, you know, and then as it gets deeper and deeper, you know, and then you don't see it anymore because the water depth is too deep for you to actually see through it. So, just like it's in real life. In the same way, there's not a lot of houses out this one, but there is some kind of scattered along here. It's kind of pretty amazing that there's with all the beaches and stuff, there's no buildings. That's kind of odd. You would think it'd be all built up, but I don't know. There may be a reason for that. So once again, this is Total Mexico 3.0, and so this is the latest version from JetStream, and it is. Sure, I got that right. Yeah, I think so. And so I just wanted to take some time and kind of start as far down in Mexico as I could, and then start flying up the coastline on the eastern side of Mexico. So, because one of one of the big things that 3.0 brought was using Orzo for XP 1.40. And for all that to work, then it needed X-Plane needed to bring their improvements. So we have both of them available now, and so I'm just kind of, in my small way, trying to show it off. So, how nice X-Plane can look, and I like it. The same way as like I look at that road there, and if there's any shimmer, it is really, really, really small and hard. You really have to look at it to see it, you know, but in general, I mean, it's not. I mean, so the aliasing part of X-Plane is, at least through these VRIs, is much improved. Much improved. So I like what I'm seeing, and when I see something really that the changes that they've said that they've made, and I can show that off, then yeah, let's do that. So right here, so when you kind of look and you can see the white there, that shoreline, and then as you know, so you're seeing through the water on the stuff closer to the shoreline. But as you get further out, it changes, and then as you get further out, then it's all the same, and then you'll have anomalies. That sliver right there, that's an anomaly, you know. But it is what it is. It's I don't think I broke my immersion, you know. The same way as you look here. So look at how this looks going out this way, and then look here. So this is a lake, and it would be like a lake, and it's, look at how different the color is. So that's blue, that's not, or it's blue, but see all the red in it, you know. So it would be kind of interesting to kind of look, like say on Google Earth or what, and what does this look like? I mean, it kind of looks more like a marsh. It's what it looks like to me. And well, let's see. I'll go back to the pilot scene. No, it doesn't show it that way. But sometimes when it's like a marsh, it'll show that here. But it doesn't show it that way, so that's kind of interesting. Why that looks way different? Because when you look here, you know, it kind of shows this, the water out here, and these little lakes, or ponds, or whatever you want to call them. It shows them the same color, so it's kind of interesting how they show up quite differently, you know. That looks like an airport too. And on the map here, on the moving map, on the GPS, it says PTU. Yeah, and you can see it. You can see it right here. Yeah. Very interesting. But you don't, they're not, I don't see them in X-Plane, and they're not on OpenStreetMaps. They're not well shown, so that is interesting. That was different. Wonder if that showed up on the screen. Kind of like the texture kind of like went in and out and oop. A couple stutters there. But not really reflected in like my frame times. I didn't see them like climb. And temps are fine. So we fly out here a little bit, and then we're gonna make a left. If I can, should be able to show it on here. Maybe it's gonna catch up. Yeah. kind of amazing how much of this land is like strips of land. You know, with big time water here and just a strip of land. Yeah, like there. That's just amazing. Trying to figure out how far I gotta go to my first airport. Looks like a ways yet. I have to get some fuel at that airport. Like I'm doing a touch and go, but I'm not sure that's going to work. I didn't give that thought, that much thought. Maybe I should have. Oh well. Can look at the flight plan and see. Yeah, looks like there's a turn coming up. Yeah, we got a pretty big turn coming up. it's a 90-degree turn. Like shorelines that go on forever. have to rethink my fuel. I didn't think this was as far as what it is. Oh well. Wow. Yeah, may have misjudged how far this is. Hmm. And when I made the flight plan, I put it as a fix. So instead of it saying the airport, that airport isn't listed. So I think the next fix is going to be the airport. Yeah, so I think the next turn, that's going to be the airport, I think. Nope, not yet. Not yet. This is a new airport I put in. And it looks like, doesn't look like Javatab's got it. Alright, well, just have to figure this out. Didn't think that part through enough. When I put in so it's MMTL, well, when I put it in here, it does not show up. If I search for MMTL, no, there's no airport found. Say weather.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf weather at Mike Tango Lima is broken. Visibility is 7 miles, winds are 052 at 9 knots, cloud coverage is 1800 broken. Current QNH is 1021. Temperature 31.24.
Say active runway.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf arriving and departing runway 12.
Alrighty, 12. So I don't have a chart for it, so But it doesn't look like, it looks like this is kind of towards the end of the flight, so might be okay. Might be okay for fuel. I'm still in the green and fuel, so what does, yeah. See how far away we are. I don't know the elevation of the airport. Or not. Yeah, didn't think this one through too well. I was just so happy that I found it on the scenery gateway. Oh, that's kind of cool. There's a windmill. There's a couple windmills. Yeah, that's, how far are we going? Going about 10 miles. Got just enough time. Plane from out here seems like it gets danced around more than what does when I'm in the cockpit. So. Yeah, they're pretty good sized windmills there. That's cool. They look good too. I mean, I don't see any shimmers at all on that. That looks really nice. That's neat. Okay, I'm back in the cockpit here. Figure out what we're gonna do here. Get rid of this. So. Okay. Yeah, oh, this will be a little bit of a challenge. Runway 1. The runway's going that way. That's 6.7 miles out. And it's pretty close to the coast. Well, that's all part of the challenge of this is sometimes things don't go as planned. 5.6. See, I see the shoreline jets out, but it's not obvious on this map. How about this one? Yeah. say that's a jet out. So gotta be after that. This don't do us any good anymore. Let's try this. Hello. Okay, 6 and 2. Okay. Alrighty, let's see if we can find this airport. So it's 6 feet. I'd say that's it. Okay, let's look at what we got going on here. Turn this way. Okay, that'd be good. All right, I think we'll be okay. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Request land, runway 12. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, inbound to land. Tower, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind, runway 12. Whoops. Whoops. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, turning final. Whoa. Whoa. Whoops. That didn't go well. Very good flare putter, sure. Stay active runway. Stay active runway. Stay active runway.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf arriving and departing runway 12.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf inbound to land, runway 12. Cancel frequency change. Cancel frequency change. So for some reason when I said that,
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf contact tower on 118.65. Contact tower on 118.65 Cessna 6 Bravo Golf.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf inbound to land.
Tower Cessna 6 Bravo Golf inbound at 1080 feet for landing.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf inbound to land. Yep. I'm good. Oh, weird looking. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 12.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf QNH is 1020, call turning final for runway 12.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf winds are 072 at 11 knots, cleared for the option runway 12.
Cleared touch and go runway 12 Cessna 6 Bravo Golf.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf turning final.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf winds are 072 at 11 knots, cleared for the option runway 12.
Cleared touch and go runway 12 Cessna 6 Bravo Golf.
Well, that was better. Oh, looks like we're gonna have enough fuel. We'll be pretty low by the time we get there, but we'll be okay. Yeah, I need to figure out how to Make sure you get added at an airport. Day weather.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf weather at Mike Charlie Zulu is scattered. Visibility is 8 miles, winds are 052 at 10 knots, cloud coverage is 1500 scattered. Current QNH is 1019er. Temperature 32.25.
Day active runway.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf arriving and departing runway 05.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, report position.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, this is Cozumel Tower on 118.0. Please repeat your request.
Report position.
Aircraft calling Cozumel Tower, say again with your call sign.
Okay. Hey, weather.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf weather at Mike Charlie Zulu is scattered. Visibility is 8 miles, winds are 052 at 10 knots, cloud coverage is 1500 scattered. Current QNH is 1019er. Temperature 32.25.
that's not a 6 Bravo Golf inbound to land.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf report left downwind for runway 05.
Will report left downwind for runway 05 Cessna 6 Bravo Golf.
Back here. Ooh, got a little too high. Got up in the soup. Get over on the other side of the runway here. Day weather.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf weather at Mike Charlie Zulu is scattered. Visibility is 8 miles, winds are 052 at 10 knots, cloud coverage is 1500 scattered. Current QNH is 1019er. Temperature 32.25.
The clouds are affecting my vision. It's like, I don't even know what to call it. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind, runway 05. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind, runway 05. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, inbound to land.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, report left downwind for runway 05.
Will report left downwind for runway 05 Cessna 6 Bravo Golf.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind, runway 05. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind, runway 05. Oh well. Wow, that's a long display threshold. Not too bad. Just trying to get myself set up for the approach here. And I'm a little bit too close, so we'll go out a little bit more here. Trying to get it turned quick enough to make sure I see the runway. Oh, there it is. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, turning final.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf winds are 052 at 10 knots, cleared to land runway 05.
Cleared to land runway 05 Cessna 6 Bravo Golf.
Oh, that's right. It's display threshold. Really long display threshold. Wow.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf exit runway when able.
Okay. Not sure where I'm supposed to go. I'm looking for a taxiway and I don't see any. This is weird. There we go. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, clear of active runway 05.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, welcome to Cozumel International. There is no ground control at this airport. Let us know if you need taxi instructions.
No, I guess I'll just figure it out. I didn't do too bad. Pilot to ATC was definitely giving me grief, but I'm kind of used to that. I think I may have to try say intentions. I wonder how that'll work. Kind of curious if you're using it where, like I'm flying down in Mexico, and wonder how well that'll actually work. But may have to bite the bullet and get a subscription for a couple of months and try it. But we completed our flight, so had a little bad luck on my middle airport, but I went back and did it again, and then I was okay, so. Alrighty. What is going on up here? There looks like some hangars. Let's see if we can figure out how to get there. Where am I at? Okay. Well, since there's no ground, I'm gonna go over and park. We'll park over here. I could actually park here. Yeah, I'd park there. Yeah, I've never used ForeFlight. Thought it's wait to see. Most of the time it works okay, but I'm down here in Mexico, and it doesn't seem to work as well as it does like when I was in the States or like in England. It doesn't seem to work as well. So I see there's a an AI program called Say Intentions, and I'm kind of wondering if I'm thinking about trying that out. It's a subscription, so you got to pay like every month. But where Pilots HTC, you just pay for it, you know, and that's yours forever. So, but just seems to be too hit and miss. But so I'll probably try it for a couple of months and see if it works any better. If it doesn't, it doesn't matter then. So, alrighty, so we completed our flight, and took a little longer than I thought, and I was trying to show off Total Mexico 3.0, the improved shorelines and that kind of stuff. So I succeeded in doing that. So alrighty, let's get the plane shut down here. So I'll turn off the avionics. Turn the taxi light off. Kill the old airplane. Bacon off. Power off. Whoops. Turn off. Alrighty. So that's all down, off, off. Think we're good. So whenever I fly again, I'll take off from this airport, and I got another flight plan kind of lined up to fly along the basically along the coast of Mexico down kind of in the Cancun area. So that's what the plan is. Yeah, frames all look pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, I've been super sampling my Beyond a little bit, and it seems to be okay. It's been pretty happy today. So alrighty, I'm going to call it a day, and thanks all for stopping by. And because I've been at this for probably 2 hours and 45 minutes or something like that. So time to take a break, and we'll see you all later. Thanks much. If you enjoyed the content, please click on the follow button, and Sounds good, Captain Bambasso. We'll see you also. Bye-bye.